I done lost hard drives.
Damn.
Yeah,
Really?
hard drives from 05, 06. We never got back. Took it all the way to San Francisco to get it fixed. Never got fixed. Songs in votes.
Everything, you know, from the look, everything you see goes through me to just make sure that the public is getting, you know, first class.
I did a casting in Atlanta for BMF, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 3,200 people
Jesus.
showed up. It's like they had the streets blocked off. It was crazy. Like, and this is the beauty of it, Big, because people understand the characters that are in these shows.
I could play all the instruments, I could put all this stuff together, but coming, you know, in the studio with him, it was like taking it to a whole nother level, picking them parts. I'll come with a song.
Singling Kanye and Wayne out at that time period, I mean, they were the ones who were killing it the most to me, you know, and it hurt. I'd pop the CD in, you know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck, man, I'm not doing this now.
Right. Like,
You
this
know
is
what I mean?
so damn good. I hate this.
How many people do you know that in the court system got to pick? He's literally picked 3 of the Supreme Court judges that'll be deciding the tone of the case. He's literally picked, handpicked, hired the judge.
I love my fan and you know, interactions, you know, whenever I get to meet them and stuff, and I love the love. I don't get scared from all of the kind of like affection.
You never had no one that was like too close, like in a hung out at the hotel room or jumped from
You know
a
what
balcony to
kind
see you or something like that?
No, thank God, no.
I met Jay-Z way back in the day. Big Daddy Kane brought Jay-Z to my house back in the day when he was starting out. I used to take Jay around, roll my car, him and Dame Dash, so we're friends.
Hello, it's your partner Big Boy, Big Boy's Neighborhood, hashtag BigBoy30. Now we got something lovely for you this go around. We're talking about 30 of your favorite stars back to back to back. We've had a lot of people that come to the neighborhood and we ask, you know what, being that it is Big Boy 30, who's that 30 that you want to see? So we put together that compilation, we put together that 30 that you want to see. So this is 30 of your favorite stars, celebrities in the neighborhood. Let's make it happen. 30, come on now. Boom.
As a person that was growing, I got so much on my plate. I wasn't being irresponsible with the position that I was standing on.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally just focused on so many different things. I'm not putting the pieces to the puzzle together properly. Irresponsible. My communication with my dad, me and my brother, and the things that we're handling, purchasing properties and buying things, and really asking myself, do I need the things that I'm buying? Irresponsible. The names coincide with my life. Everything coincides with what goes on in my life. The beauty of stand-up comedy and the beauty of the greats, the ones that have achieved the highest levels of success, they open up. There are no secrets. When you really go look at Pryor, you really go look at Murphy, you really go look at George Carlin, you really go look at Seinfeld, go look at them. Go down the list of the greats. Go to the kings of comedy. Go really look at that special when Bernie Mac opened up about the kids and the sister on drugs and him taking, those aren't funny stories. That's real life. That's making a decision to talk about real life. I'm an open book.
Genius.
Yeah.
You did that. You explained that very well.
You didn't have to say that.
X, you always, even we had Ashanti in the neighborhood, she said y'all flew to Africa, and the first thing y'all did was when y'all got off the plane is that you led everybody in prayer. And any documentaries that we would see, you always led people in prayer. So it feels to me like you always had a close relationship. Do you feel like it could have been closer or was misused, or you knew that God was navigating you through all that?
God was navigating me through all of that. I mean, it was exactly what it's supposed to be. Exactly what it's supposed to be.
And that's how the testimony come from the test.
Exactly. So people don't understand. The word says we have free will. The word does not say we have free choice. And there's a difference. There is a difference. You know what I'm saying? Just because we don't know what we about to do, don't mean it wasn't already written.
Right. Yes, sir. Do you feel like, I remember at one point, X, they were saying like, man, down the road, you said that you would like to be a pastor, which you kind of are now. You know what I'm saying? Right. But is that something that you feel like, man, I think that's still in me?
Yeah. Not in a regular form of way, the traditional form, you know what I'm saying, of ministering, but I do that now. I do that now. Just start a conversation, and next thing you know, I got 20 people around me, you know what I'm saying, just listening. You know, when two more gathering, and look, praise God, look, big prophet.
Well, see,
right, now,
wow.
right when we talk about ministering, that's a sign right there. I'll call you back there, brother.
Fear's optional. It's always, but danger's real. You know, so you gotta know who you're talking to.
But you talk to everybody. And I don't think that you go and say, "Oh, I'm not saying nothing about this person because this person is a beast."
You know what happened? What I was doing was I don't like to start the thing. I can always
You
tell
said
you
this before, bro.
Yeah, I can always show
So
you.
everyone pick on you.
They did.
Right.
Oh, that's something to agitate.
Right.
Big. Like you look.
What did Madonna do?
Madonna, I just looked. I said the first time, I said, look, you gotta adjust. What's going on? You can't be like a virgin at 63.
Right.
Fuck it, dude. That's it. This is the real shit. Look. You can't do that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man.
No, I'm
gonna get her
adjusting.
mad,
Am
too.
I adjusting?
Right.
You see me doing different things, television, to find my core audience again, and you watch.
It's a market price right now.
You have to change. You can't be the same artist.
You didn't have a number to call Madonna and say, "Hey, Madonna."
Send her a note.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a 6 degrees of separation that you could have.
When you see things that like online, because that's really what it is. It's the photographs and stuff that come through the feed.
Right.
And I was like, what? Like, because she had like
because she did put it out
stuck
there.
under the bed, like the booty's up in the air with her head stuck under the bed.
Booty? Yeah.
At 63, grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma, come from under the bed, grandma.
Yeah. Grandma, are you stuck? Are you stuck? Hell yeah. Waiting for it to hit life alert. All kind of shit.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I imagine, like, and I'm saying, to my imagination, I go, who's taking the picture? Like, is her kids taking the picture?
Yeah.
Lord of this?
Oh, man. Also pick people like, okay, say for instance, like with the Shakira thing. I wouldn't say you lied. I wouldn't call you a liar. But then also with GloRilla, did you work with GloRilla because, or do things with GloRilla because she's a liar as well?
But I didn't lie.
Well, this is GloRilla right here. This is GloRilla. When I asked her about that, she's related to Cardi B. This is her
For real.
No, you're not.
Yes, that's my cousin.
No,
That's my cousin.
Black people cousin or cousin. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, we're
Because you my
cousins.
cousin.
That's my cousin.
So GloRilla is your cousin.
Yeah.
Look how you looking around.
Cause you know, like,
Yep.
like a lot of people
yeah.
don't know this. Like there's some serious story. Like my grandfather, he used to like, I don't like to put my family business
Okay.
but he used to push weight and everything. And there was like this one time that like he lived in Tennessee and whatever. So he ain't really told like my grandma that like he was dealing with somebody over there. And then like he had like a kid out there, and like that's GloRilla's dad and everything. So that's what like made us related.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's my cousin.
All right, cause damn, I thought it was straight bullshit. Real for false. Has a degree in architectural drafting.
For false.
Really?
I have a certificate, not a degree.
Right.
It was a trade school, not a university.
And were you going back was it in Arizona or something?
Arizona,
And you were
Phoenix.
coming back?
Yeah.
And
Back and forth, Southwest Airlines, thank you for that $29 ticket.
Yeah.
And that plastic ass ticket. Thank you. I was able to come back. All the feds that used to stop me in the airport, fuck you.
Now, were you coming back to be Ice Cube and recording?
Coming back to see my mama,
Right.
man. Like to see my family, do a little recording. The NWA was forming, like
Right.
getting all the way together. Ren was joining. Ren joined because I left and to go to school. So that's how Ren kind of came into the picture. And then, when I got back, Yella was there. I didn't know how he got there, but he was there.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was going back and forth. Every chance I get, I would fly back home because it was $29.
Was
on
the
Southwest.
architectural thing, was it a just in case? Like, man,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, because for one, being a West Coast rapper doing dirty, explicit lyrics in 1987, we didn't know that was gonna blow.
Right.
You know what I
And then
mean?
who do we compare that to? Because we hadn't seen a lot of,
No.
blueprint of how to
No.
make that work.
No, only people that was doing what we was doing was Ice-T,
Yeah.
King T,
Yes, sir.
and maybe Tidy T and
Yes,
Mixmaster Spade. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? That was it. So we didn't know how far that was gonna go. So when I graduated from high school, a little card came in the mail about architectural drafting, which I did in school. So I was like, yo, that'd be dope to try. So send me more information. And when I came home one day, they was in the living room talking to my mama.
Wow.
Damn.
You was like, man, I feel
said,
that out in here.
I wanted more information.
Yeah.
I said, we are more information.
Yeah. I read somewhere that you was going to do, there was a possibility. At one point, you was like, man, I'm going to go in on Lil Wayne. And was it Kanye or was it Drake? That you was going to write a song for him. And
there was, you know, for that time period that when I made the record talking to myself, what I was basically talking about with the time period that I was away, I was kind of watching what was going on in the game, and it was like anything that was hot at that moment, or anybody who was like really killing shit at that moment, I felt like I felt like I felt so bad about myself and the music that I was creating that I felt like I started to turn into a hater. And it wasn't just singling Kanye and Wayne out at that time period. I mean, they were the ones who were killing it the most to me, you know, and it hurt. I'd pop the CD in, you know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck, man, I'm not doing this.
Right. Like,
you
this
know
is so damn good. I hate this.
So it was like I felt like I came very close to, like, for me, it would have been career suicide, because I felt like I want to take, I'm going to make a song. I should make a song like just dissing everybody who's doing it in the game right now.
Hey, man, did you mentally have the verses already, or did you start writing?
No, I just had the thoughts, man. And just, you know, just walking around the studio was just like, you know, I think that deep down I just wasn't happy with myself, man. You know, and I knew that it was like, there was some really dark moments in there, man, where it was just like, when I think about how my thought process was, you know, when I was high a lot, it wasn't good, man. And it certainly wasn't me, because I'm not even that kind of person.
Did you think you could make good music being sober?
That was another thing. It was like, nah, I didn't. There was, you know, during that time period, I couldn't see myself even being able to do anything sober, you know, talk to people, have a conversation, you know, go to the studio, record, watch movies. I couldn't do anything without being high.
Damn.
You know, and it was to the point where I was taking pills to not, you know, just to not feel sick.
And how long have you been sober now? Yeah.
2 years, a little over 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Best believe that, man.
Trump is gonna go to jail. I think that he'll get convicted of something.
Right.
But I don't.
Even the shenanigans in the courtroom.
I think that's why. What dude could talk to the judge like that and not go to jail? How can I relate to you? What
like
dude,
if I was in court, man, I wouldn't even make it out that day without a contempt.
Real spill. What dude, black or Latin or any other dude you know that could have 91 charges and still apply for a job while you're on bail? If you had 91 charges, damn the White House, you can get a job at White Castle.
Right.
But we relate to you?
Right.
How many people do you know that in the court system got to pick? He's literally picked 3 of the Supreme Court justices that'll be deciding the tone of the case. He's literally handpicked, hired the judge. So he has a privilege. But when you conflate their privilege, because he is a testament to white privilege. What has happened to black and brown people all across this country is a testament to America's inability to be fair and just. So how do you think that's the same? Is my thing. How can I relate to you? I mean, he does have a shoe deal.
Right,
like,
yeah, they do. I saw that too. Like, oh, he got a shoe deal, man. That he's getting the minorities. Yeah, I'm
man,
like,
let me tell you something. And the fact that you believe that, like, you got a shoe deal.
Man.
This dude got a $500 million bond, $1 billion bond. He had his shit was so bad the general wouldn't give him credit. You know when the general won't fuck with you, you better call Flo. We don't do that.
Hell yeah, jump in that little car with Shaq, like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. And it's so much shit. Like these allegations I hear from people, like allegations of drugging women. Like I love sex as much as the next dude. I ain't gonna drug no woman again.
Right.
I remember when lies worked. Remember that?
Yeah, man. When they could just call you a liar.
Remember when you could lie and get
Did
some
you
ass?
lie to me?
Right.
Yeah.
A roof ain't got shit.
Send your representative.
No, a roof ain't got shit on I love you.
Right.
Like a roof ain't got shit on just let me put the tip in. Just the tip. I
just the tip.
You gonna pull out? I promise to pull out.
Yeah, man.
You didn't have nothing? Baby, I ain't had nothing.
5
I got tested.
minutes
No?
later.
Last question is, you're on a raft
Yes.
in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
You look in the water.
That would give me so much anxiety. Go ahead.
Oh, this is about to give you more anxiety. You look in the ocean. You see two people floating.
Oh shit.
You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the ocean. You see Ben Affleck. And you see Diddy.
I love both those motherfuckers drown.
That's it. J to the L, give me 5. Hello. You gotta love her. All right. Give me 5. J to the L.
I'm just
Big Boy
joking,
TV.
man.
She's serious.
You know I love you. You know that.
Yeah.
They know it.
But she's coming on that rap by herself.
It was a good punchline.
she'll be floating in to Bo like, hey, you won't believe what was in that ocean, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then she gonna be at the services like this. I don't know.
That's
I could've saved
terrible.
her.
This is the worst interview ever.
Big Boy TV, Jennifer Lopez, y'all. Come on.
Oh my God.
Give me 5. You did that. Bam.
You are.
Did you always know you wanted to be an artist, or do you felt like did the streets have you early on where you listened to it but you didn't want to be a part of it?
I didn't want to be an artist. I wanted to play football.
Mm-hmm.
I played football for majority of my life till high school. I just stopped in high school because I started rapping. I always rapped though. I've been rapping since I was 6, 7 years old. Been making raps, writing raps, and sitting in the house with my big brother. But I always wanted to play football. So once I seen like football was kind of like too slow for me. School was too slow. I was too smart for school.
Right. Oh, that's the overthinker.
Yes. Too much knowledge hurt. Knowing too much hurt. My dad always taught me that. So probably when I turned like 12 years old, that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna start rapping. I always loved rapping. I listened to all Wayne songs, all Hot Boys. Wayne was my favorite artist. I really didn't listen to nobody music but Wayne.
Do Wayne. You say Wayne a lot as far as influence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll get people that'll try to make it a little bit more than what it is. But you say Wayne's name with the utmost respect. It feels. You know what I'm saying? Why do you not continue, but you make sure like I haven't heard any recent or any kind of crazy shade. We sitting here now and that's one of the first names that you bring up as an influence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like where is that so-called relationship?
I don't know. I don't think that nigga like me. He don't like me.
Man.
I don't know why though.
You pretty much answer everything, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So if you had to put your finger on a why Lil Wayne don't like you, could you figure it out?
Maybe I think it's because he's just been with Birdman his whole life, and he's just so spoiled to the point where it's like he's really spoiled. He's been a millionaire. He's been a superstar since he was 9 years old. So he don't know nothing but his way. The first thing that don't go his way, it probably don't have nothing in the world to do with me. I'm pretty sure he done sat back and looked at all interviews and any interviews I ever did, and he probably got to get the picture now. Like, okay, I maybe did too much. Maybe he feel like I done did too much against this young nigga to the point where I can't even embrace him. But that's even crazier. Like you supposed to see that, and then you supposed to speak on that.
Hey, did you guys feel like, not that y'all feeling in a void, but we needed this Vultures or we needed this collaboration, and not egotistically?
Well, you said to not speak egotistically, so I'm not gonna talk.
Right. Well, speak egotistically.
We definitely needed it. And yeah, I could play all the instruments, I could put all the stuff together, but come, you know, in the studio with him, it was like taking it to a whole nother level, picking them parts. I'll come with a song, for instance, and the song will be fully done as far as I'm concerned. He come back, man, change that shit like 20 times.
Yeah, no, not
and like it go from like a dance music song to Back to Me. Like if you would have heard the first Back to Me, it was like completely different. He took my song, put it in the ASR 10, which is a keyboard with a sampler, slowed it down, rocked the sample like that. Then that was in Japan. Then we get to Italy, we play it again, we got some words to it. Then we going through some drums, he pick a whole different thing. I'm like thinking it's not it. All of a sudden it's crazy. So
yeah, it does get worse before it gets better. It's like when girls have like plastic surgery, like that when they get like the BBL, they gotta like drive in the car and like they kind of like
sit on pads, hurting each other.
No, they can't even sit on pad and stuff. They definitely can't get on Spirit. They gotta Yes, sir. So it get that like that moment right there, but then waking up, is she gorgeous? I'm like, I would like tell Ty like a song like the BBL's almost ready.
Right.
It's almost ready for the summer.
Let me ask you this, Mello. How is it, man, growing up, and you too, Jello, like how is it growing up and your dad is in the same house? What does that feel like? Somebody, Jello, tell me what does that feel like when you can hear your dad's voice in the house? What does that feel like? like for real.
You gotta ask Mello.
Mello, okay, what does that feel like, man? Your dad living in the same house with you, not just knowing him, but living in the same house. Talk to me about that.
I can't give you an answer because like I always had him. Like you ain't had no dad.
Yeah.
I
Thank you for being so kind. You know what I'm saying? Like Big, you ain't never had no dad.
Rub it in.
You had a dad, but everybody got a dad, Big, but you don't know your dad.
You don't know
Thank you, Mello, for making that a little better. So when he would be there like during meals, like you seen him at dinner time too.
Yeah.
Did he ever take you to school?
Yeah, all the time.
Damn. Wow. And so what did you call him in the house? Like if you yelled out to him, what would you say?
Dad.
Wow. And what would you?
It's okay, Big. It's all right,
Hey,
Big.
Mello, I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, dog.
What would he say back to you?
What, nigga?
Did he ever? Big baller brand in the neighborhood, big boy in the neighborhood. Yeah, why New York?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to figure that out myself. I'm like, I want to do LA. They're like, we want to stand. We want to say that the comedy's for everybody, like everywhere.
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right, cool, let's go to New York. The thing is, we went to New York. I took my parents to New York.
Oh, Lord.
I never been to New York. I took my mom and dad.
That was your first time in New York? To shoot your special?
Bro, first time in New York, and I heard that the people, the audience is very hard in New York. They want the quick, savvy, like quickness, stand up. So I went up there when we got there because we filmed it on Thursday. I got there on Sunday, and we're hitting up comedy clubs.
Gotcha.
And man, but the way they do it is like, there was a lot of pressure for me. I'm used to these like small clubs. I'm hitting up all these clubs, but like I'm not used to that pressure. I mean, when you put me on, I'm on.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't used to that pressure. It was a lot. My mom and dad and my girl, everybody was with me. When we got off the plane, they got the cameras. All right, we're gonna film.
Yeah.
Dude, they got cameras on me, and I'm like in my face. I'm like, hey, what up? Hey, chill. I didn't even brush my teeth. Like, can you back up? Can you back up, please? Can I help you? Like, so they're with me at the comedy clubs, and then they're like, all right, and then New York comics. They're like, AOB, hey, what's the camera for? Like, oh, you gonna go? What you gonna film? HBO special. Oh, what? All right. So when they brought up my name, everybody in the green room, all the comics went out to see me. I'm feeling that pressure. I'm feeling my mom and dad in the front. They got cameras. People in the audience are like, this is exciting. What's happening? I'm talking about like the open mics. We're getting open, but they're filming the whole experience. Yeah. And I'm bombing. It was, dog, I'm being real. I bombed. I was just like, I was sweating. I'm like, how many Latinos in here? No Latinos. They're just like, white people are just eating their steak. And I'm just over there like, yeah. I'm doing my little dance. I'm sweating, dog.
I did a 23andMe. I'm 10% Latino. I found out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And people, the comics in the back like, oh, man, you see, that's like Hollywood on that funny thing, man. They don't give the real one. So I'm like battling that. And I had to like, even my dad was questioning, Mijo, are you sure? Porque no, hombre. They're investing money into this. Mijo, don't embarrass me. You brought me here to embarrass me. No.
You see that last name, huh?
My dad's looking at flights to go back home. He's like, I gotta go.
I can't watch this.
Yo, he's telling my mom, he's like, you're coming with me because we're leaving. I'm not gonna. No. I'm not gonna fake laugh. No.
Let me tell you how many times, bro, I've seen this picture just in
me and you?
In my life. No, man. Which one? Me and you. This picture.
Oh, that's Fine Waldo.
Yeah, amen.
I call that Fine Waldo right there.
Just with Pac and Biggie, right?
Yeah, man.
Marlon, that's you in the corner right there?
I know a little bit of history.
I never, many times I've seen this picture,
that's
bro.
Me. I was there that night because I went, me and Pac had did Above the Rim. And I went down there to hang out with Pop. and Big was there, and they performed together. Party and BS and
was that in New York at the kitchen?
No, that was Glam Slam downtown.
Oh,
Prince's
man.
Club. Pac was out here. Big was out here performing. This is before Big blew up, and Pac was already on the rise. Because, he did Juice and Above the Rim. And so Pac was like a friend of mine because we was cool through Jada and through Omar. So we all shared collective friends. So I went down that night to hang out with them, and they performed. And that's right before they started, a couple of years later, they started beefing. So it was like, it was crazier than that. I saw Biggie 20 minutes before he got shot.
You were at Peterson that night?
Yeah, I said, I was on the trap on the escalator coming down. He goes, "Yo, I love what you and your family's doing. Keep doing it. I love y'all. Keep rocking. I love y'all." And he was like, "I'm a fan." I was like, "I love you, man." I gave him a hug. I was like, "I'm a fan of yours, man. You that dude." And 20 minutes later, bop, bop, bop. Then I saw Tupac. 20 minutes before he got shot, I saw Pac. We was leaving the Luxor Hotel, and Pac was out there, and he was with his gang of people, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, Pac?" From a distance.
Right.
And Omar, dark-skinned niggas got a lot of courage.
Right, yeah.
He was like, "We gonna go over and say what's up." I was like, "Well, he can see us from here."
Yeah. Death Row.
Sugar Night's with him, and I don't want to disturb Sugar Knight and all the guys in red. Let's leave the red people alone. They're a little angry. How about let's get in this nice cab over here? This is before Uber.
Yeah.
And so Omar's like, "Nah, we got to go, pay some respects, you know what I'm saying, show our love." Well, we don't have to. We have our friendship to deal with.
Let's beep them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many unreleased songs do you have in your head or that we haven't heard yet?
Thousands. I done lost hard drives.
Damn.
Yeah,
Really?
hard drives from 05, 06. We never got back. Took it all the way to San Francisco to get it fixed. Never got fixed. Songs in votes.
Do you still have the hard drive?
Mm-hmm. We praying to God that it'll come back to life one day.
Let me tell you, man. I probably have someone for real that can.
You
that
think
can
so?
get it.
You think so?
Probably, but it's gonna come with a price.
Of course it is.
How much material is in there?
This is about 500 songs.
500 songs.
Let's
Alrighty.
find it.
If I can get that fixed
I
for
hope
you,
Topical be listening to this, boy.
if I can get that fixed for you,
Uh-huh.
will you give me a free show?
For sure. Easy.
I'm not talking about no radio show, Doc. I'm talking about.
Sorry, God.
I'm talking about something I can make me and men off of. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna make
that I can make me and men. You know what I'm saying? I love Real and I love iHeart, bro. But I love Jade and Veronica. What were those times when you thought we making noise or the I made it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what were some of those like so-called like thresholds where you was like,
We making noise. Probably my first show at the first moment we was making noise when Rock had the song with Lil Wayne, All My Life. I was like, okay.
Like we on,
Yeah, that was Chuck Dilly. That's the moment, like, yo, this really can happen. You know what I'm saying? This is biggest rapper at the moment. You know what I mean? Rocking with us and Rock doing his thing on the record. That was a moment. Second moment for me was my first show downtown LA off my first mixtape, Kendrick Lamar EP. Yeah.
damn, how many people?
How many people? About 300.
Really though?
Yeah.
And
I
you
was
like, man.
Yeah, this can happen.
Like, man.
So dope.
What did it feel like when you first put the mic out and a crowd finish your verse?
I'm addicted. I was high. That was it. That was it for me because now I know I wrote these raps in my mama's kitchen and I done went around the world and y'all singing these raps that I wrote in the kitchen.
That's
That
crazy.
just blew my
man.
mind away.
What about your first trip overseas?
First trip overseas.
Where did you go?
Where I went, London. And that was crazy.
And they knew it's crazy that they just know music.
And they love it though.
Yeah.
They're like diehards. Almost to the point where they feel like they don't get it enough. So when we come out there, it's
man.
appreciated.
What's the largest crowd you rocked in front of, Kendrick?
95,000, 100,000. Yeah.
Hey, Megan, can you imagine WAP in the stadiums and the arenas if we weren't on quarantine?
It would be, you would hear that down the street. Like, what?
Oh, man.
I'm so upset that we cannot perform that right now. But as soon as outside opens back up, I know it's going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah, we waiting. And I'm telling you, man, I think when we get out of here, we're going to be times 10, and even with with the album, just the collaborations that you grab upon the album as well. Like, when you go into a collaboration, are you thinking just this person, or you know exactly like, okay, no, this person fits this song, and that's the reason why I'm going? Because you and the baby, it seems like y'all got a great working relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you do go after somebody, do you know already like specifically who you want for a specific song?
Yeah, like even if I haven't completely written the song yet, and I'm working with the beat, I'm freestyling with myself. I'm like, damn, such and such will sound good on this. Like when I the Freaky Girls with SZA, I called Juicy and I'm like, Juicy, I need you to make me a flip to Freak Like Me. And he's like, bet, that's gonna be fire. So he sent me the beat right back, and I'm writing my verses, and the only woman I could think of on this beat is SZA. Like, her voice, I knew it was gonna complement the beat very well. I knew it was gonna complement my voice very well. I knew it was gonna be a smash.
And she hit the content. She hit the content right too. She hit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And how many Juicy got on there?
Oh, I think 3.
Yeah.
That we made way more than that, but I had to, okay, Juicy, we can't have a full album full of Juicy J
right. Yeah. Do you have any tats now?
I was all tatted up. I removed them all.
Why don't we? Oh, I can see a little one right here.
Just the green is left.
How painful
Why don't remember those tattoos?
Oh, I don't know. But you know what? When I was having kids and also making movies, like when I did The Fighter, you know how many hours I had to sit there and get the makeup covered up,
man.
And around my neck I had the rosary and everything, and back, and Boogie Nights too. Burt Reynolds keeps grabbing me and ripping the makeup. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing this shit, fuck.
We're doing
that scene where I'm telling him it's my big dick, I'm ready to fuck, and he keeps grabbing me. I'm like, why the fuck you wiping?
You're like, go back to makeup, kid.
I'm like, why are you wiping off my fucking tattoos? Grab me here.
He's probably doing that on purpose.
But he was a little worked up, God rest his soul, in the movie. So I was just like, okay. And then of course now my daughter's got. My 18-year-old, she's got 5 tattoos.
Oh, really?
But they're the littlest things you ever seen. Right. You didn't even know they were there unless she pointed them out.
Now, does she ask for permission to go get her first tat, or?
Fuck no. Sorry, my language again.
No, please. Please keep it real.
She's 18.
Oh.
So listen to this. We're in London. I'm shooting the movie with Halle Berry. We're shooting our guy from
Get right
Jersey.
on that mic, Mark.
Sorry, I'm shooting our guy from Jersey with Halle Berry. She asked to come to London, my oldest daughter, with her friends. So I said, no problem. Come. You guys can hang out. Last time she came, she never made it out one day. She was there for a week with her friend Izzy, and they stayed on LA time. So I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They're up ordering room service, and then they go to bed at 6 to sleep all day. They never went outside the hotel. This time she was out and doing stuff. We go to Nobu. She sits down and goes, oh, I'll have one of those apple martini. I goes, what the fuck?
No, you won't.
She goes, what, Dad? I'm 18. I goes,
18 here, huh?
She goes, I said to the lady, I goes, what's the drinking age here? She goes, well, 16 normally, but if you wish your parents, it's up to them. I said, are you out of your mind? But she ordered a drink, and then she said, oh, by the way, I'm going to get a tattoo. And then I had the other guy, the first tattoo she got, I said, okay, I'm at least get the guy that I know to come and do it. And she got the tattoo, and she doesn't ask for nothing.
Damn.
Except for money. She only asks for money.
Work have you been putting in to Nipsey Hussle? Because we can go back, man, and before we were sitting down doing interviews and before radio, you know what I'm saying? You seem like the same neighborhood Nip that you were working towards something. Yeah. How much, and it sounds like a generic question, but how much hard work does it really take for you to do what you do and be where you are right now and sacrifice?
Man, I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So, my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, on multiple levels. That's the vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel, comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch some wisdom off of that. You know what I mean?
YG, now when we fast forward to YG, the artist, you know what I'm saying? Are you back in, and I don't even want to say back in music mode because you never stop. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on with YG as an artist right now?
No, I'm back in full-fledged artist mode, business mode, TV and film mode. My brand, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on all that. Like I'm here to handle my business.
Yeah,
you know
is it a different kind of focus right now? Because you always been focused, but at one point with the pandemic, we kind of sat down and we had to reassess and had to pivot a little bit.
No, the pandemic did me justice. You know what I'm saying? Like it you feel me? I was mad about it, and I was, you feel me? We was all struggling through it, and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist who been being outside, going on a tour for like majority of my life since I was like 19, 20. So to have to sit in the house for like a year and a half, 2 years, you feel me? That shit like fucked with me like mentally, you know what I'm saying? But then I got over that, I got through that, and I think it just like helped me like as far as like where I'm at, like in my career, like where I need to be at, like how I need to be moving, how I need to be thinking and all that. Like it helped me with that.
How is that brunch?
Tell us about it, please.
Yeah, because you were at the Rock Nation brunch,
I
right?
was, yeah.
I'm going to tell you straight up, I've never been there. I've never been invited.
I'm shocked.
What happened? You're shocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29 years of radio here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tell me about what this brunch is. Do you walk in, like, is it a door, or do you walk through a wall, or?
It was this year. It was like a big, really big tent. So you go up the hill and there's like little, it's like one way in, one way out almost. So
was anyone looking for me there?
Nobody specifically asked me for you, but I'm sure there were people that were looking for you.
Hey, at any point when you look around and you see, I don't know, Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoever's there, at any point do you say, "Where's Big Boy"?
Yeah, I definitely
You
said,
did?
"Where's Big
Yeah,
Boy?"
man. Yeah. I was at the house. I was watching it on what's that thing? Social media? Yeah, I was watching it on social media. So when you go to the Rock Nation brunch, do you eat?
Some
Because it
people
is
do.
brunch.
No, there's definitely food there.
Yeah.
There's definitely food there, but there's so much going on that honestly, the 3 times that I've been, I've never
Oh,
eaten.
you've been 3 times?
Yeah, I haven't eaten.
Damn, wow.
I haven't eaten anything.
You get a +1?
Man.
Depending on who you are.
Yeah. So they scrutinize that too, huh? Yeah. So you've been 3 times.
There's definitely less qualified people in the room than you, so you should definitely
So
get
less qualified. So
you should definitely
there's
get an
people
invite.
that's under me.
You should definitely get an invite.
Right. Yeah, because I'm not top tier, but there's definitely someone that shouldn't be in there. Right. I probably had all those people on my show at some point.
Of course you have. Of course you have.
Oh yeah, but I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? You crying? You know what I'm saying? Who cutting onions in here? Are you cutting onions? All right, yeah, man. Hey, man, let me tell you something. A Rock Nation brunch don't validate me.
Yeah.
We'd like to go, though.
For the food.
Yeah. Do you eat tacos?
Yes.
Who got better tacos?
Houston.
I'm about to ask you to leave, man.
No, y'all.
You've been sitting here this long. Are your headphones on?
You know we was Mexico longer.
Are your headphones on?
You know we was Mexico longer.
You know we're Mexico better.
Yeah, we know longer though.
Right.
Longer though.
Hey, longer don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I know dudes that's 55 years old, pieces of shit.
Y'all was already.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was already taking over. We was still holding on.
Man, oh man.
And then because this is the thing.
You're hilarious. Do you do that in any of the domino effects?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because that's hilarious.
I
man.
make the best. I make better Tex-Mex. Oh no, sir. No, I make better tamales than mass majority.
All right, big dog.
Yeah.
Hey, dudes, there it is. Hold on. Let him finish this.
I
Because
learned-
this is probably going somewhere. He working out. This is called working on material.
Grinding the matzah and everything. I learned how to make tamales from a lady. It's a store called Fiesta in Houston.
Right.
She don't speak no English.
And she shouldn't.
And I'm in there asking her how to make tamales. Her 8-year-old or 9-year-old granddaughter is saying the words, translating back and forth. We in the store.
And she owns a spot called?
No, just a grocery store.
Right.
Well, all the things are in there.
And what's her name?
Grandma?
Yeah.
Grandma.
All right.
I
Because
see, grandma.
we deal with great grandma.
This is what I'm trying to do.
That's what we're talking about.
This lady grind matzah with her hand.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
This lady I'm talking about don't have no hands.
She ain't got no hands.
Yeah, she ain't even got no hands, bro. You be like, man.
with a wrist.
Yeah. Delicious, man. Delicious. This dude said better than L.A., man. You hilarious, man. How did I change your life?
Hey, man.
You know, hold on. Let me.
Why you say it like that, man?
Take a sip.
Man,
And
stop
we're
that shit,
going,
man.
we're going in seating order. You know what I'm saying? But keep it real, man. And if you want to say years of and watching videos and what I did, you know what I'm saying? But let's not talk about just hip hop and culture.
I can start.
Your life. How did I change your life, Offset? Don't get all teary eyed up on me. Keep it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead now, Offset.
Sometimes I like how you move, man. As a
Go
player,
ahead.
you know what I'm saying? OG, you been doing this, you in the game.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to get there and make it there, you know what I'm saying? Still be successful.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Let me throw something back at you just as beautiful, man.
Oh, I'm gonna catch
you will, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You will. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? You see how we just built that?
Yes, sir.
Quavo.
I mean,
what do I mean to your life, man?
I done seen you. I done seen you in a lot of movies and stuff. I done seen you
God
do
is
your
good.
thing.
God is
So
good,
if I,
right?
If I'm
Quavo,
looking,
Quavo, is God good?
Yeah, God good.
There it
Most
is.
definitely
Right there.
God
All
is
the
good.
time he is good. There
You
it
know
is.
what I'm
Hello.
saying? I feel like once I see another black brother on the screen, I feel like I can be in that position. I feel like you open the door for us.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
man.
mean?
You could do that, brother. Go ahead now.
That's
I just
right.
shot that back at you. See how I did that?
Oh, yeah,
You can do
appreciate
that. All righty now. I had to bring it to the one I influenced the most.
Take off.
You know what I'm saying? Take off, man. Go ahead now. How did I influence and change your life, man?
Yeah, man. You see.
And early on, you probably thought these black marks and bumps and blemishes was tattoos. These are just bad skin, man.
No,
Go-
you have
okay,
a good
cool
skin,
it
you
again.
know what I'm saying? Black don't crack.
Go
you
ahead,
know,
go ahead
you know.
now.
No, you gotta stay focused, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You stay focused, stayed on the right path.
Yeah, I did, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Maybe want to get up there and do it, get that bag. You know what I'm
There
saying?
it
Been in the
is,
game
man.
for a
You
long
made it.
time.
Rack.
There it is
Longevity.
right there, man.
Bag, bro.
There it is. You know what's the
Hey.
trip about
That
that?
way.
Beautiful.
I didn't even know they were gonna come in and say any of that. And it seems like you enjoy your kids.
Yeah, I enjoy my kids. I'm building my legacy. Like, I hustle for my last name. You got to understand, when you have a girl, they give away your last name.
Right.
My sons, I'm just thinking about, man, we got all our last name. It's just going to be huge. Then when, like, 50 years, 60 years from now, you're going to speak of me. You're going to speak of my legacy, and that's what you do. This is what I work for. Why would you have all this success just to leave it with one kid, and then if something happened, then you just, it's no more of y'all.
You gotta keep making hit records though.
Man, I got it.
Yeah.
But that's why I have so much music, like, and so many businesses and so much going on for myself. It's just building my foundation up, building my legacy up, but also building my kids up, remaining. They keep everything going.
Future, how old is your oldest?
My oldest son, 16.
Okay, so he know like he know pops like.
Yeah, my oldest son, 16. I had him when I was 17.
Oh, okay, so but he know like like
Does
he
he
know
tell
the
people?
power of his dad.
Yeah, he know the power, but he understand that you got to make your own way. Like, you 16, you still got to make all A's and B's in
Yes,
school.
sir.
And I didn't go to school.
I hear you.
But I still want you to go to school.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like, I was in the streets. I don't want you to be in the streets.
Yeah, and,
I
and
did
you don't
certain
have
things
to.
I don't want you to. Like, you didn't have to. You don't have to. You came up spoiled. You got everything you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy you your car. I bought my first car. So it's just like you live in a different lifestyle, but you still got to understand it's so much that you got to carry on. Like, I built this up. You got to make sure you prepared for it. So I'm trying to prepare you for it. If you're not prepared, then it just go to the next kid. There's no favoritism. Like, it's all about A's and B's, schoolwork, and just to make sure you can keep this legacy going.
When you do something like Black Panther, or when you do something like Creed, how much are you working out? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Seems like a lot.
Creed was a lot. I mean, because the Creed, I had the luxury of time. Like, I knew about it, right? When we started shooting Fruitvale Station, Ryan told me about Creed. And I was like, okay, cool. So I started for about a year and a half to live and train like a fighter. So I had enough time for the first one. The second movie, it took me about 7 or 8 months or so of diet, repetition, working out. I got genetics, in my face.
Genetics.
I would have showed up totally different. They would have been like, you're shooting this movie, right? I was like, man. Like, yeah, but that right there is determination as well. Yeah,
And having a great trainer, obviously, like, we got help, trainer, Corey Collier, my guy, he's been training me since Creed 1, and we through Killmonger, and we try to get a different body type for each character. We don't want one guy.
Yeah, you do.
I don't
Look
want
the
to
same.
look the same.
When
for
that
everything.
trailer came out, I got so many calls from dudes like, "What this motherfucker doing right
Yeah.
now? Like, what are you talking about, man? Why you gotta look like that?" I said,
Hey,
"Bro,
man.
I don't know, but
And you do hate from a distance where you're like,
Yeah.
I just want to see him fall, like
and
trip and fall.
In the then he
I
in the
remember I was in the
desert.
airport with him one day, right? And I was like, oh, this black motherfucker. Then I went up to you like, hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to disguise my hate. Even with this interview, I turned it down twice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, man, I'm like, Jamie can come in. You know what I'm saying? Because I stopped being jealous of Jamie long ago. You know what I'm saying? Michael E. There's a few of y'all. And I just be like, ugh.
I'm cool with it with him, and then he nice.
Yeah,
like
man.
the other night, and I
don't catch no cases.
You know what I'm saying? The other night he was talking about something, and he was talking about why he does acting, and it really mean it's really important to me, and he said something, and I seen a girl in the audience. She just.
You saw when he came in here, he was
like,
never
I'm just glad we're not in the same age bracket. Right. The girls that think that like me are 65. Jamie, you so young.
Hey, bro, you better stop that. You know what I'm saying?
65.
And you know what I loved about Michael B. Jordan? He levitated in here. He was like kind of floating. I was like, look at this dude, man.
It's the jacket.
Oh, yeah. That jacket is fire.
Look this. I'm at the Grammys and Jay-Z comes to me. He says, Ice, you know I love you, right? I said, yeah. He says, well, it's on the internet that you mad. I said, I'm not mad. They're bringing up all kind of interviews about it, and they asked me the story. And I told him the true story. And he goes, yeah, man, but there's no hard feelings. And he starts talking about how me and him, because I met Jay-Z way back in the day. Big Daddy Kane brought Jay-Z to my house back in the day when he was starting out. I used to take Jay around, roll my car, him and Dame Dash, so we're friends. But I said, yo, well, at the end of the day, we did 99 Problems. At the end of the record, you could have said, Ice.
Right. Yeah.
You could have given me a little dab or something.
Yeah.
I said, but I'm not mad at it. But what happened was people wanted to know the story. And the story is, you want to hear the 99 Problems story?
Yes, please.
The whole thing. I'm in my house with Brother Marquise. I'm at my studio. And we were talking about Whoop, There It Is.
Uh-huh.
Now, Whoop, There It Is comes from Magic City. The tag team were the DJs at the Magic City. And when the girls would bend over, they'd say, Whoop, there it is.
That's one of my favorite songs.
But you know what they're talking about. There it is.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, there it is. Okay. So Marquise says to me, nigga, I'm sitting there all them nights in Magic City. That was the phrase that pays, man. Like, he's like, I missed that tag. Then out of nowhere, he goes, man, I got 99 problems. A bitch ain't one. I said, what'd you just say? And he said, and I said, that's a song. So I made the song. I got a hoe from the East. I got a hoe from the West. Mm-hmm. And then Marquise does a verse. That's it. Now, as the legend goes, Rick Rubin and Jay were getting ready to make a record. And Chris Rock was around, and they said, what record should we remake? And Chris Rock brought up 99 Problems. Jay-Z remade the song. He changed the verses, but he even took the hit me,
Yeah.
So he did it. No harm, no foul. It was a publishing deal. At that time, my publishing was owned by, I think, Warner Chappell or either Universal. They paid, blow. No harm, no foul. I had a deal, blow, and that was it.
So at Dodger Stadium, all the restaurants, did you ever take like the Dodger dogs home, or were they always accounted for?
Man, there are security guards
that watch the Dodger dogs.
That make sure you don't take food home on the way out.
Wow.
Like they be like, what time they cut the old lady? She had like a bunch of hot dogs in her sweats.
Was she gonna eat them? No, I'm just playing. Hey man, but it's crazy that they'll watch you guys coming out, but we can get beat up and stomped out in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and nobody sees that.
Because there's no profit in that,
right?
In a beating. Beatings are free.
Yeah, man.
But if you take food home and give it away to a homeless guy, you're giving away profits.
Right.
Profits. It's cheap. It's better to just throw it away and count it as a loss than give it away.
That always trips me out, man, when they be like, oh, we got to throw it away. I'm like, damn.
Then if people get sick,
Yeah. How long did you work at Dodger Stadium?
Man, I worked for like 6 years. I started off as one of those people that sells souvenirs.
Uh-huh.
I would walk around saying, souvenirs, get your Dodger programs, bobbleheads,
Hell yeah.
pennants.
Hey,
And I walk around down the aisles, you know.
So
It was like-
was your heart in it though? Or?
Oh yeah, man. When I was doing that, 'cause they were paying back then, not now. Before like corporations came in and started buying little pieces of Dodger Stadium. The merge was done by the Dodgers,
right?
And they were paying us cash at the end of the night.
Damn.
60%, no, or like for every dollar we would get 20 cents.
Real? Oh, so that make you want to hustle?
Damn.
Yeah, so if I sold like $460 worth of stuff, I get like $80 in cash.
Go ahead now.
So I was like, man, I was hustling, man.
Hell yeah.
Selling and at the end of the game, looking for wallets, everything.
Yeah. Hey man, yeah. So when you do walk the stadium, you'll see a lot of stuff that's left over.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, because I would walk around before the cleaners, you know?
Yeah.
So there'd be like a wallet, you know, like somebody like got up and their wallet got stuck behind their seat.
And at no time do you look at the license and mail it back.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you scared at that time when you get a taste of success? And there's this thing, man, it's called from. And from is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like with me, I worked at Power 106 for 21 years.
Right.
I was big boy from Power 106.
Yeah.
When you're Busta Rhymes from Leaders of the New School, when you don't have that from, was that scary for you? Like, man, all I had to do is sometimes write a verse, then Dink and Charlie would kick in and they write their verse. Now, by force or by the movement, the sun, the moon, the stars, I'm a solo artist now. Was that a scary moment for you?
Extremely scary. That's why I said when I was getting to that earlier, I said I'm going to get back to that later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could not come up with a song for my solo album from 93 to about 95.
Right. But then you become the so-called assist leader too.
That's
where,
what, but see, this is how it happens, right? A lot of the greatest shit happens by default.
Yeah, default, necessity.
Or circumstance. And necessity.
Circumstance, yes.
Right? So the reason why we dressed the way we dressed was because we didn't have the money to afford the Fila Italia suits that was $500-600 at the time. We didn't have Dapper Dan budget.
Right.
So we got cool with this Muslim brother in our neighborhood named Rashid Booth. Rashid Booth, love you and I salute you, King. Because he still rock with us. He still rock with me, you know what I'm saying? And my man Torre, Al-Hassan Torre from Torre Designs, and my man Sugar J from Members Only. They play a significant role in me and Spliff wardrobe that y'all see us do or have done for the last 20 years. 25 years, excuse me. The circumstances of not having the bread to buy the fly shit, fortunately our beloved Rashid Booth, our Muslim brother, introduces us to go into the fabric district and telling us we only need fucking 6 yards of some fabric at $5 a yard. That's $30. He get the fabric. You want a motherfucking extra piece of fabric so you can take that same material and cover it up over a pair of Timberlands and make your Timberlands look like some exclusive shit that don't exist nowhere? We could do that too. $35. I know this motherfucking tailor, this custom designer, that nigga ain't gonna charge more than $30 to make the fucking fit. You just spent $65 on some one of one that nobody ain't gonna look like because it's a one of none.
Mm-hmm.
While you spent your money, $500-600 on that Fila suit that about 4 niggas gonna come in the same party you at with the shit on.
And don't make it the hot shit. Because if it's the hottest shit, you're like, oh yeah, that's guaranteed.
Why do you think you so-called made it as a rapper? You know how that's, and the reason why I'm asking this is because there's some people.
It's a curse.
It seems like it's bigger.
I'd ask God to take this away from me all the time. I do not like being an artist.
Right. But let me tell you why I asked that. There's some things that people do, and that's what grabs the attention. And then the real purpose is something else. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a hell of a basketball player. But Magic wasn't put on this earth just to score points and get championships.
You was right, Drika. I love you. You was right.
Right.
Finish saying what you about to say.
And then there's a purpose that's after that. That's bigger.
Yeah, she argued me down. Kevin, you know you're not just you sound just like Drika.
Right. So this is in speech class, when you take stuff like that, they tell you to bring attention to yourself first. Hey, I'm about to, then boom, you got everybody's attention, then you hit them with the message. Mm-hmm. That seems like that's what's going down right now. Now we can say, oh man, Billboard at #2 and the album of the year, but then that is for all eyes and ears to be set.
I'll say this. I always knew who I was, and I always ran from my true purpose. Mm-hmm. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. I always knew who I was. I always knew what I was. And if I did anything, I took full responsibility for what I did, no matter whether it was good or bad. I took full responsibility for it. And I understand that this is what I signed up for. Mm-hmm. So I enlisted for this. And I know, like I say, since birth, I always knew what I was and who I was. And I know what my job is, and I always ran from it. Mm-hmm. I am now fulfilling my purpose now. I'll say that. I'm starting to fulfill my purpose.
Do you still have the Matter Daddy that I saw in the video?
Matter Daddy?
Yeah, the Matter Daddy from the video.
Matter Daddy?
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
What?
Do you still have the Matter Daddy from the video?
What is a Matter Daddy?
Oh, nothing. I'm fine. What's the matter with you? Thank you, Jose. Thank you. Thank you. Please, man. Please. Use that at Rolling Loud to wake up the crowd. You know what I'm saying? When you get out there. You're like, anybody got a Matter Daddy out there? And then nigga say, what's the matter, Daddy? You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Yeah, and then go into it.
I got a joke. You want to hear it? What's the difference between oral sex and anal sex?
He's asking you. You know what he wants you to say?
I don't know.
No.
Oral sex.
Okay, okay.
Oral sex will make you a whole day, but anal sex will make you a whole week.
Oh my God.
Hey man, you know what I thought he was gonna say? No. What's the difference between oral sex and anal sex? No. I thought he wanted me to say, what's the difference?
Oh. You get it though, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Explain it to me.
No. Hey man, let me ask you this: if a dog and a pie cost had a race, being from Texas,
if a dog
and a pie cost had a race, which one would win?
A pie?
If a dog and a pie cost,
yeah,
okay. Which one would win?
I don't think I know what a pie cost is.
About $9. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Damn. I know, man.
I forgot who I was with, but my homeboy, I forgot who I was with.
Hey man, once you find out, you know.
Yeah, honestly, that thing don't work on me, bro. I might be broken.
Like, man, I tried it. I put it in tea under my tongue. Bro,
I'm talking about I took 2 to the face. And I was like.
And you said it didn't work on you, might be broken.
Yeah.
Amen. But when people see this, they know exactly what it is.
That shit give you a headache, don't even work. Don't
Boom,
get it.
That's what people said. They said the next day.
Don't get it.
You just had a stash of these over
Hey, like next day you wake up hard as hell with a boner.
Right. And no female around you.
Yeah, hard as hell with a boner and a headache.
Yeah. And she done left. You know?
Yeah, and she done left.
You can come back. It's still going.
Yeah.
And while you're on your way, bring me some rubbers and some Tylenol.
Yeah.
Is there a gift and a curse that comes to what you're doing, like with the success?
Yeah. Of course the gift is, everybody having love for you. Of course the money.
Hello.
But then the money is kind of the curse part too, because everybody got their hand out. Yeah, everybody got their hand out. And then, it's a lot of, criticism that come with, what I'm saying, being in the public eye. And so it's tough, but it's not that tough.
You can take it.
Yeah, I can take it.
You won't just give it up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Can you go out in public even for a day without being recognized?
Yeah, I cover up real good. Like I have on a big old hoodie, big sweatpants. My bonnet be all the way to my ass, like
Oh, so
right
you-
on top of
you-
my eyelashes. And
You
my
know how to
mask.
disguise yourself.
Uh-huh.
See, my thing is, I can, especially now that I lost weight. When I was 500 pounds, I mean, even Stevie Wonder was like, "Big boy." Blind people was like, "Dude, is that Big Boy just tapping on me?" But now I can kind of blend in a little bit until I turn my head and people see this thing right here.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And literally, when COVID was going down, remember people was like, "Big boy." I'm like, "Man, how you?" No. I know how they recognize you, but you don't mind being recognized.
I do mind being
You
recognized.
do?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't really like being. If I'm trying to have, like, if I'm just trying to be a regular civilian, I don't want to be noticed. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you asking me for pictures. I don't want you sneaking pictures of me or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live my regular life.
Damn, and you know it's a trip. It's like, and that's what I mean by when you say the gift and the curse. And it's not like you could turn it off and turn it on like how you want.
Right.
You can't disappear. You know, and somebody will probably listen to that and say, "Oh, it comes with the gig," but you do give up a lot of freedom too.
Yeah.
And you got to always be on. Have you ever told somebody, "Get the hell away from me"?
I don't try to be too mean to people. Like, if I'm trying to have it and not be seen, like, if they say Glo, I'll try my best not to turn around and act like this my name. Like, I try to act like that ain't my name. I ain't gonna turn around because you gonna know it's me for real.
I was 8 years old. We hadn't moved to our new house. We lived in like a redneck neighborhood, and I was in knee-high moccasins and a Speedo. And my dad was like, "Hey, let's go to the mall." And I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "Do you want to change?" And I was like, "No." Like, real confident in like that moment of like who I am. And he's like, "Buddy, I think you're gonna be the only one in knee-high moccasins and Speedos at the mall." I was like, "Dad, I'm cool." And I remember getting to that mall, University Square Mall.
he went with you though. He took you.
He took me, and as we were walking through the mall, it dawned on me, I'm weird. Like, I was like, and my dad saw it, and he was like, there's a sporting goods store called Oshman's.
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes, "You want to go into Oshman's, get maybe something to wear?" I was like, "Please." And at that moment, those moments are really interesting, and you need them. Sometimes they're funny, you know. Sometimes they're funny, and they create like. I had another Speedo moment at baseball. At the end of the year, they give all the trophies out, and then they collected uniforms. And I knew we had a pool party later, so I had my Speedo on, and they took my uniform. And so I was wearing knee-high socks, cleats,
Oh, my
a hat,
God.
and a Speedo. And my parents didn't pick me up for 2 hours. And I had to sit at the baseball park in a Speedo on that cold steel bench. And everyone's like, what outfit is this? But those moments of shame are so interesting.
You was like, "Is there an Oshman's around
Yeah,
here?"
I had a glove. I just had a glove over my junk.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I sat secret time. I've never really talked about this. I sat in the bathroom on the toilet in that outfit just by myself.
They took the uniform off your backs?
Dude, coaches were monsters back then. I remember we had these two redneck coaches. They each had twin sons. They were brothers,
Lord have
and they had twin sons. And they would put me at third base. And I remember that one going, "Steak dinner, I can hit the ball past Kreischer." And he's like, "Steak dinner says you can't. Kreischer's got a good glove on him. Go." And this is a grown man taking full swings, cracking the ball. And I'm like, what's my skin in this bet?
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to make any money?
Do I get a baked potato or
Coaches
something?
could hit you back then.
We'll stop it there. You know what else is a joke? This interview is over.
Oh, that was
Bert Kreischer
fun.
in the
I can do
neighborhood.
that again.
Oh, man.
I haven't thought on my toes in a while. I had to take my flip-flops off.
You know what else is a joke? Y'all stick around y'all radios, man. We got our good friend Bert Kreischer in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.